What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Today I have an absolute banger of a story time. It's about the first time I ever smoked weed, and yeah, I really think you guys will like it. If you do, make sure you click like and subscribe down below. It helps out a lot, and click that notification bell so you never miss another video. So this video sets place. I was at a basketball court with me, my cousin, and two other mates. And there was like a bush behind it, like a small bush, and then a river. And the river was like real dirty, right? So you couldn't swim in it or anything like that. It was basically a swamp in a river, you know? And so we walked, like we found a trail that led into that bush, and there was like an open space there. So yeah, we just all sat down there, and just remember, keep in mind, to me, weed was a huge deal at this point in my life. Like to me, weed was like heroin. Like it was really bad. You don't touch it, you know, because that's how I was brought up. But obviously, it's not that bad. But I'm not condoning anyone trying weed. So don't try it. And yeah, so I'd never smoked weed before, but my cousin had a few times, and my two mates had quite a lot. So I didn't really know what I was doing, you know. I had no clue what was going on. I didn't even know what weed looked like. So obviously, when my mate got it out, I wanted to look at it, you know, hold it and smell it and stuff. So yeah, I did that. And then my cousin had the first bong rip, and I didn't know what I was going to, like, because I had no clue what was going on. I've never seen a bong, let alone used one. And yeah, so they had to show me and light it for me. And actually, at first, I didn't hold the shotgun at the back, and they were like, what's happening? And I was like, I don't know, because obviously I had no clue. And they're like, oh, you have to put your thumb over this hole. And I was like, oh, okay. So it was a bit embarrassing, but yeah, anyway, I had maybe like 4.5 bong rips. And then, for some reason, me and my cousin were on a mission to find alpacas that day, before we were even high. So I was like to my cousin, oi, we need to find the alpacas. And he was like, oh, yeah. And obviously we were out of it at the moment, but I hadn't even realised yet, neither had my cousin. We end up walking back to the basketball court, and we got sidetracked because we had a ball. And that's when it kicked in. That's when it really started to kick in. I was playing basketball, and I went up for a layup, and I just hoiked the ball into the rim. And it like bounced off and nearly hit my cousin. And we just both started cracking up laughing. And if you've never smoked weed before, you wouldn't know, but like you cannot control the laughter. Like for the first few times, you cannot control it. It's just every single thing is funny. So that was really funny to us. And then we're like, oh wait, we got to find alpacas. And I don't know why we were looking for them, but it was so weird. But for some reason, we were on a mission to find alpacas. So yeah, we started walking along the main road, and we were cracking up laughing the whole time. But then every like 10 seconds or so, we'd go, no, it's all good. We can act normal. And we'd do a straight face and just walk for like maybe 5 seconds. Then we'd crack up laughing again. So that was the whole. We're just in a loop of pretending to act normal, laughing, trying to act normal, laughing, trying to act normal, laughing. You get it. And we couldn't stop. And then we got to like a crossing, and I was freaking out about crossing because I felt like I was in a lucid dream sort of, so I didn't feel real. But yeah, I was freaking out about crossing. But anyway, we crossed the road safely, and we headed to a bus stop because for some reason that's where we thought we were going to find alpacas. That's such a weird thing. Like, we were dead set looking for alpacas. And we told our mates, and obviously they could control the high a bit more because they smoke a bit. But they were like, what the fuck? Like, alpacas? Do they even exist in Australia? I don't even know if they do, but we were on a mission to find them. So we go to the bus stop, and Michael, my cousin, is singing out loud. Like, really loud. And he didn't know because he couldn't tell if he was or not. And I was like, mate, you're singing quite loud. People are looking at us. And he goes, okay. Like, real slow. And, like, I couldn't tell, but I was probably talking slow as well. So it was probably more like, wait, mate, you're singing loud. You know, something like that. Because that's what it's like when you're high. And we sat down at the bus stop, and we decided we were going to get on the next bus. And I had my Opal cards just like right next to me. And thinking back at this now, it's like, that is so weird. Like, what I did, right? There was an old lady coming to the bus stop, and she obviously looked like she wanted to sit down. And there was no room to my left, but there was room, like heaps of room to my right. And I had my Opal cards sitting next to me, like on the left side of me. And I've decided to pick them up, move 2 centimeters to the right, and sit there, assuming that she's going to sit there. But obviously, I'm way out of it. Like, I don't know what I was doing. I was trying to be polite and make room, but there was no room anyway, so I don't know what I was doing. And yeah, from there we get on the bus. Everyone's just giving us weird looks, and I'm like heaps paranoid about it. And we were listening to music on the bus, and the song Mr. Brightside just kept playing over and over and over, and I remember getting so pissed off because it just kept going and going and going and restarting. But I just thought that it was playing forever, like I didn't know it was restarting, and neither did my cousin. So we were like vibing to it, and we're like, why is it going so long? And yeah, so we're trying to figure that out, and then to like maybe these girls that got on the bus, they might have been like 17, 18, come and sit behind us. And obviously you get paranoid when you smoke weed, well most people do. So we're paranoid because they're talking and we've got AirPods in. So we think they're talking about us. And if you guys have ever like heard, like have AirPods and you've seen the live listen feature on your phone, we decide it's a good idea to turn that on and try and listen to them. Even though they're right behind us, and if we took the AirPods out, we'd be able to. Anyway, it just, like, it sounded so weird because I could hear myself, like, it felt like I could hear myself think. And I've just looked at my cousin and like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, oh, I don't know, man. What the fuck? And so we've turned off live listen. And we end up getting to, like, where we wanted to go. But we didn't know where we were going because we just got on the next bus. And it took us to this shopping centre about 30 minutes away from where I live. And we get off there and we just start like walking around. And, you know, we're on a delusional mission to find alpacas still. So I don't know what that was about. But yeah, we're at this shopping centre. And we decide we want sushi for lunch. So my cousin goes and orders his first. And he dropped a coin. And I swear, like, my hearing only tuned into that noise. All I could hear was that coin dropping and bouncing. And it looked like to me, everyone was just staring at me and him. Like, I thought that was happening. Even though I wasn't looking to see if they actually were. I just was looking down and I was freaking out because I thought they were staring at us because he dropped a coin. So yeah, that was a bit weird. And I talked to my cousin after, like, we were sober, and he said, oh my god, that was, like, he was scared because he dropped the coin. And yeah, anyway, we just ended up buying sushi, sitting there and eating, and then walking around that shopping centre for the rest of the day. And looking for alpacas. Dead set. Like, it was a weird experience. Actually, no, we ended up sitting outside for a bit, because we couldn't find any. Because why would you find alpacas at a bloody shopping centre? You're not going to. You're not going to find alpacas anywhere. So I don't know what we were thinking, or what that was about. But yeah, we ended up sitting outside, and I wanted to go to sleep. So yeah, that was pretty much all that happened that day. It was a weird experience. But yeah, actually, and then we got on the bus to go home, and we had to go home high because it hadn't worn off yet. And so we were like standing at the front of my house, like coming up with an idea. What are we gonna do? So we just act normal and walked in, put our clothes, like our jumpers, down on my bed, and I said to my mum, oh, we're gonna go on a walk. And she definitely knew. Like, we were acting so weird. She for sure knew. But yeah, we ended up walking down the road, sitting at an oval for like 20 minutes, and that was it. And we ended up going back home, and I had the best sleep of my life, man. Like, the best sleep ever. So yeah, that was my first time getting high. That's pretty much it for the story. We just end up, sitting at the Oval and then going home, and I passed out on my bed. Had the best sleep. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to click like down below, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss another one. I've got plenty more banger videos planned. Like, my next one's going to be the first time I ever greened out. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
My white tee used to have this shit up on the dash, nigga. Got a lot on my psyche, on my mind, I ain't talking hats, nigga. Like I said on that Syfy, when I train, I tend to overlap, niggas. Heard